Unemployment. Unemployment refers to those who are employable and actively looking for work but are unable to find one. Unemployment indicates that we are not utilizing our labor effectively, resulting in a reduction in the amount of products and services produced. Malaysia had faced a serious COVID-19 outbreak. The impact of COVID-19 towards the Malaysia economy is really critical. Unemployment has a personal cost as well. Those without jobs and thus without salaries will be in the worst situation, regardless of how well things are going for the typical citizen. So, today we are going to focus on cyclical unemployment in Malaysia during COVID-19. Cyclical unemployment is intimately linked to the economic's macroeconomic state. It would increase during a recession and then decrease when the economy recovered. Cyclical unemployment relates to the business cycle in an industry. It is a direct result of fall in demand from consumers, leading to a slump in demand for labor. When cyclical unemployment increases, it indicates that the economy is slowing, which is not good. There is insufficient consumption due to the lack of demand. For the statistics of this unemployment issue, we take the statistic from October 2019 until March 2022. It is because we can analyze the unemployment issue clearly pre-COVID-19, during COVID-19 strike, and post-COVID-19, which is the time we have in this endemic area. All of these give us different outcome to the unemployment issue. According to Labour Force statistics prepared by the Department of Statistics Malaysia, the number of labour force keeps increasing from time to time, except from March 2020 until June 2020, where we can see the significant reduction of the labour force as well as the number of employed workers. This is caused by the early phase of COVID-19 pandemic. We got to the unemployment chart. Based on this chart, we can see how the unemployment rate was stagnant before COVID-19 pandemic at around 3.2% per month. This unemployment rate was stagnant because the business and economy sectors operated as usual without any interruption and intervention. Then, we can see how the unemployment rate increased significantly from March 2020 and reached its maximum in May 2020 at 5.3%. This is due to the movement control order that had been done by the government starting 18 March. The government also did the enhanced movement control order in certain areas that had been worst affected by COVID-19. Then we can see the unemployment rate starting to decrease in June to 4.9% until September 2020. This is due to the government implementing the conditional movement control order on 4 May 2020, where certain economic sectors are opened by certain conditions. Then the government also started to implement the recovery movement control order starting on 10 June 2020, where more economic sectors start to operate. After that, the unemployment rate increased starting October 2020 until January 2021 because of the second wave of the COVID-19 strike caused by the Sabah election on 26 September 2020. Then the rate decreased until May 2021 because of the rapid increment in the number of vaccination in our country started by the first batch of the vaccine in Malaysia on 21st February 2021. And lastly, we can see the unemployment decreased until now because of the rapid vaccination that lead to the recovery of economies. Malaysia achieved a 50% vaccination rate on 20 August and the rate has kept increasing until now. Many business sectors and economic sectors can operate because of this COVID-19 vaccination even at the time Omicron wave came. We hope that the economics will get better and keep increasing, then unemployment can be reduced. During COVID-19, the cyclical unemployment had significant impact on the economic's growth in Malaysia, and implementation of MCO caused the total output to be reduced as a result of the limited number of labour resources who are permitted to work. Furthermore, total national income decreased significantly, resulting in a decrease in total tax revenue collected by the government. As a result, the government only received a small amount of revenue. The government must also cover the financial cost of unemployment, which they can claim through per queso. Spending power has also decreased as people prefer to save rather than spend during this difficult time. People are afraid, so they spend their money on inferior goods compared to normal goods. As demand fall, this had negative impact on economic growth. Cyclical unemployment is caused by job losses during downturns in an economy. Cyclical unemployment fluctuates with the business cycle. It implies that economic growth, as measured by the GDP, might fluctuate at any time. When GDP growth slows, there is less demand for goods and services in the economy, which causes cyclical unemployment to rise. As a result, cyclical unemployment is often inversely connected to GDP growth, rising with lower GDP growth and falling with higher GDP growth. The length and severity of an economic slump determine cyclical unemployment. Businesses receive a boost in demand for their goods and services as an economy rebounds from a recession, resulting in more people being hired and a decrease in cyclical unemployment.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Firdaus and today I'm gonna interview Mr. Fikri. Mr. Fikri, may I know your full name?
My name is Hafiz Fikri bin Hamdan and you can call me Fikri.
Okay, my first question is that what is your current occupation and also your former occupation?
So before this, I am a bank officer in my bank. So right now I am a Grab driver.
Okay, my next question is how long have you been a Grab driver?
Since pandemic COVID-19, which is in 2020.
My third question is that why did you choose to become a Grab driver?
I chose to be a Grab driver because I was fired in when I be a bank officer. So as we know that many companies are in the pandemic as a loss, so the company want to reduce the losses, so they fired some of the employees, and I am the one who be fired.
Okay, my last question to you is that how much do you earn in a month driving Grab?
So I earn, my income is like 3k to 4k when according to the situation.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Fikri.
Okay.
Last but not least, the Malaysian government has offered a variety of initiatives to small business owners who have been affected by the COVID-19 epidemic in order to help them restart their operation and to promote domestic investment and ensure job security. Among the initiatives introduced is the Targeted Assistance and Rehabilitation Facility, where a total of 8 ringgit billion to assist SMEs in the services sector to obtain loans for working capital purposes with an interest rate of 3.5%. There are 21 banks in Malaysia participating to support the initiative, such as Bank Simpanan Nasional, Bank Muamalat Malaysia Berhad, and Afiq Bank Berhad. Next, automation and digital facilities, which is 700 million ringgit at a financing rate of up to 4%, aimed at the purchase of computer equipment, machinery, hardware and software, IT solutions and services, technology support services and other intangible assets to increase productivity and efficiency. In conclusion, since the Movement Control Order was implemented in March 2020, the Malaysian government has proactively introduced several initiatives not only to the people but also focus on the affected SMEs by offering financial assistance and various other forms of assistance to reduce the impact of COVID-19 and redevelop growth national economy.